So the best price discrimination techniques are those in which the seller extracts all the surplus from the consumer. In other words, it sets a price that is very, very close or the same as the consumer willingness to pay. Now, this is very difficult to do. Some companies can do it better than others, depending on the type of good they sell. For something like car salesmen usually can actually haggle with the consumers when they actually sell a good. If you're willing to pay a high price, you probably pay the first quote that the car salesman gives you. But if you're not willing to pay a high price, if you want to pay a lower price, you stay 2 or 3 hours in the car dealership trying to negotiate a lower price. Because car salesmen use this technique, they can actually charge a price that is very close to the actual willingness to pay that the consumer has. So we call this first degree price discrimination. Whenever the company uses this type of some kind of like a technique to price different consumers, different prices that are very close to the willingness to pay, the company is engaging in first degree price discrimination. In second degree price discrimination, the consumer is going to pay a price related to how much quantity they buy. The idea here is that buying more quantity allows you to get a discount. So this is a technique used by those big box retailers that sell in bulk, like Costco, Sam's, or BJ's. But by far the most popular technique is third degree price discrimination. In this type of discrimination, the seller is not going to be able to charge exactly the price that is equal to the willingness to pay, but instead it's going to separate consumers into different type of groups and then charge the consumers with a price elasticity of demand very elastic, a lower price, and those groups with a price elasticity of demand very inelastic, a higher price. And I think airlines prices are basically the best example of this. But pretty much any example of price discrimination we have talked about before, and we will talk in the rest of this lesson, is really an example of third degree price discrimination.